answer some of your business questions. David and Jean are with us once again. And before we get to the viewer questions, I want to talk about something you wrote about. Marissa Mayer at Yahoo said basically to her staff, no more working from home. You got to come into the office and work. And I'd love to get your opinion on it. I'm going to start with David because I know yours.
She's right. She is trying to run a business, and you have to run a business with whatever it takes to make the business function successfully. As a small business entrepreneur, I've had people work from home. I've had people work from remote offices. I've had people work in the office. I've had contractors. I've tried this every which way, and sometimes it works and it's appropriate, and sometimes it doesn't. But it seems to me that what has happened at Yahoo has been this culture where a lot of people, where it wasn't absolutely appropriate, began to work at home and work off premises and take advantage, and she's cleaning up the ship.
And you have an interesting take because you have a company where everyone works.
I run like the world's most dysfunctional company in the world. I mean, I have 10 people. We have no offices. We used to have offices up until 2005. We closed them down. Everybody works from their home. We have a hosted server. We're a virtual company, right? So, when I saw Marissa Mayer was saying this, everybody's got to be in the office, you would think I'd be like the last guy to agree with her. But, like David said, she is right. I mean, our company it's as good as we are. We never get together with each other, maybe once a year as a group. I mean, we talk to each other on the phone.
And would better things happen? Your company's doing well.
That's the question. The question is, look, I'm saving money on rent. I don't have people coming into an office and all of that. But am I missing out on opportunities? Because if we were together, would we be collaborating, coming up with ideas, innovating, that kind of thing that might create some revenues and opportunities with other clients? So I think to myself, yeah, she does have a point. Having said that, though, we can't deny that it's 2013. There are some people, some with expertise, some with some type of value that you do want to bring in and have work, but they might be located not near you. So there is plenty of great technology out there.
The bottom line, as with most things in business, it's complicated.
Yes. I mean, in my company, for instance, we have some jobs that are they're sort of silos. They can do their job by themselves. It's okay for them to be at home. If you have to interact with people, it is much easier to do it when they're sitting right here than having to call them on the phone. You miss a lot of the creativity and the ease of just turning around and asking.
And I'd say I was walking around here at MSNBC, and there's a huge room with all the producers and people working in one place, and they're listening to each other and they're helping and collaborating. That actually makes a difference. It really does.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. This is about trade shows.
Do you think trade shows are still relevant?
The trade show industry would like us to answer yes. What do you think?
I speak at a lot of trade shows, so I go around the country and see. I'm a huge fan of trade shows. I think if they're done right, it's like anything else in this world. If you put the right effort into it, you'll get something back from it. And when you go to a trade show, you're meeting suppliers, vendors, partners, customers. You should be working the floor. You really got to jump into it if you're that kind of a person and you make that kind of investment. So like anything else, you get into it, you get out of it what you put into it.
What do you think?
I think trade shows absolutely are relevant, but ellipsis. And the but is the way that the trade show industry would like to have you do a trade show is take out a 40 by 40 foot thing with a 2-story booth and 17 booth staffers and so on, and that doesn't make sense. I've been to too many trade shows recently where you have large companies with enormous booths and nothing is happening. On the other hand, for any company, if you're in any industry and you go to the appropriate trade show, that's where you'll meet off the floor your suppliers and your customers and your peers, and you'll learn about the current state of the art and best practices and so on. So doing trade shows economically is extraordinarily effective.
One of our producers, Frank, is going to South by Southwest, and he was saying that he met someone who does, what he does is he books a table for 10 for lunch every single day, and that's where he gets people to come meet him. He says, I can meet everyone that would take me 8 weeks to meet. I can meet them around a lunch table.
The biggest thing about trade shows, I just got to say, is that you're going to spend all this money, you're going to have 10,000 drinks while you're there, and the most important thing is what you're doing afterwards.
Right,
so many
following up.
Yeah, people don't follow up after a trade show. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely. That's the number one hint about trade shows is you come back with this whole list of 800 contacts you've got or a dozen business cards in your pocket, and then you put it in the drawer and forget about it. If you follow up, you will triple the beauty of the trade show for you.
Well, thanks so much, you guys. Really appreciate it. And if any of you out there have a question for our experts, all you have to do is go to our website. The address is openforum.com/yourbusiness. Once you get there, just hit the Ask the Show link to submit a question for our panel. Again, that website is openforum.com/yourbusiness. Or you can email us your questions or your comments. The address is yourbusiness@msnbc.com.